Hey, how's it going today? My name is Mike Pyatt from Triple Your Traffic, as my t-shirt conveniently says, and today we're in what's known as the Chalk Room. Just a fun place where my team and I write ideas about business growth, profit, and success. And in this video today, it's going to directly relate to how you get more business growth and profit. We even upgraded to a whiteboard here. And then I have this camera set up over here. That way I can shoot from this angle as well. I'm on my GoPro right now. And then also I have the screen recorder set up. That way I can share some slides with you as well. All of this set up so I can reveal to you the exact formula that we use to consistently rank in the top spots in Google for more qualified traffic, for more qualified leads, resulting in more sales, business growth that we've used in all different types of markets, all types of different businesses and situations. Now, I'm not only going to share with you the formula to get in the top spots, but I'm also going to share with you the overall system of how we work with the business owner, such as what we need from them, how long does it take to rank, how much does it cost, and how we keep them in the loop 100% of the time so they always know what's going on, and other critical elements that need to be in place to make sure the campaign happens successfully, quickly, affordably, and most importantly, profitably. Because the thing is, on the other hand, if the SEO campaign is not done correctly, then unfortunately and all too likely, it can go horribly wrong, resulting in the opposite of what we want, such as no new rankings in Google, which then no new qualified traffic, leads, and sales, and even worse, rankings can go down, if any, or even possibly banned from Google. And overall, the overall system just isn't set up to inform the business owner, so they don't know what's going on. They feel out of the loop, disconnected. They're like, well, I don't see the results, but I'm not even sure if the SEO company or provider is even doing anything to get the results and it's on track. And overall, just a lot of wasted money, not to mention all the wasted time, months to years, not to mention the opportunity cost of what could have been done with all the money and time. So that's why it's very important to make sure the SEO campaign is set up correctly, and that's why I'm going to share you how to do that, along with the overall system of how we work with the business owner to make sure it happens correctly, efficiently, affordably, quickly, and most importantly, profitably. I'm making this video for two reasons. One, because you can know more about me and our systems. That way, if you are interested in working with us, helping you execute the SEO campaign, then we can work together further after this video. And two, just so you get more information. You can still learn about us and our systems. That way, whoever you choose, you know more about the subject, you know more about the formula, so you can pick someone, an SEO company that uses the right formula, and overall how to work with the SEO company better, so you just multiply your chances of having the success that you want and increase traffic, leads, and sales. Because the thing is, I didn't always used to be an SEO company. Actually, I used to be a radiographer. This is someone who takes x-rays. So this led me to creating a book about how to become a radiographer. Of course, I put the book online and thought, everyone's just going to come to it. It's the greatest book. I'm going to make $1 million sitting on the beach, drinking a pina colada. But of course, that's not the way reality works in most cases. I realized just because I put it up online that people aren't just going to come to it. I have to proactively generate more traffic to the website to get more sales. And upon looking at my Google Analytics, I realized that of all the sources and the few sales I did get, that organic traffic was getting me the most sales by far. And I soon realized that if I was ranked higher in the search engine for more of my keywords that my target market was already searching for, that I'd get even more qualified traffic and even more sales. And I remember seeing the study that's still relevant to this very day about the different spots or the different positions in Google get different amounts of the search volume or different percents, such as the first spot gets about 33% of the search traffic, the second spot gets about 15% of the search traffic, the third spot gets about 10%, and it just keeps on dropping. I mean, how often do you go to the second page of Google? Probably not too often, not too many people do. So, knowing that the organic top spots produces a lot more qualified traffic and sales consistently, I knew it was something that I really had to master. So I even locked myself in my room for over 2 years. I even surrounded myself with the top so-called SEO experts, just testing and learning everything I could. But nothing really seemed to work to get to the consistent results that I wanted. So I figured at the time that I couldn't do it, so I hired another SEO provider to do the SEO work for me. But that didn't work out either. Months down the road, I wasn't getting any results, and I had hardly any idea what this person was doing. So then I hired another person. I got some results, but those went away very quickly. But that was still just enough of the traffic just to get that taste of the organic traffic, leads, and sales that I still knew this was something that I had to master. So I kept on looking for the solution, and finally, after looking and looking all over the internet, I finally stumbled upon some videos, just like you're watching now, that led me to a guy that was getting some insane top rankings on Google. So I connected with him and became friends and learned his method, and he showed me his big secret of how he was getting all these top spot rankings. So sure enough, I applied the same formula and I got the same results for my target keywords, generating more traffic and more sales for my business. But it turns out that the how to become a radiographer market was a really small niche and a really small market that I could only take so far. So I ended up selling that business and moving on. And I didn't even know what I was going to do next, but I did know that public speaking and communication skills and whatever I did would be a huge asset, so I joined a local Toastmasters group. And the first speech or the first talk that you give is about yourself. So I said, "Hi, I'm Mike Pyatt, I like internet marketing, etc." And then afterwards, we all went out to lunch together, and there was another business owner there, and we started talking about business. And I was sharing how I ranked my websites and whatnot, and she said, "That sounds pretty awesome. Can you do that for me and my business as well?" So I said, "Sure, why not?" So I applied the exact same formula that worked thus far, and sure enough, it worked as well. Her site went from spot 64 all the way to the third spot in Google, and also she had the fourth spot in Google as well, because we also created and ranked a YouTube video as well for even more traffic and sales. Her leads were going from 7 up to 64 per month, and she made over $75,000 in new revenue from new customers from being in the top spots that month. Now, for the third time in a total different industry, I saw the undeniable proof that the top organic listings just produce a lot more traffic and sales once again. It made me really realize that this was a powerful traffic source to really help grow businesses. So I figured I could help even more businesses. So I created and ranked my own content for my own target keywords such as Michigan SEO, Maryland SEO, affordable SEO, etc. in the top spots using the same SEO methods. And within a short amount of time, I had my first 10 SEO clients. But the thing was, since all the clients are all different types of situations, different personality types, etc., things got pretty complex pretty fast, as you may be able to relate to. Therefore, I know I needed a system to be built around the process to be more organized, to be more effective, and to be more predictable. So I hired, attracted, and got together some very smart people. We worked on systematizing the SEO project process, such as building out documents, training, feedback systems, etc. And we kept on refining this system to make it better and better, to consistently keep getting the top positions for target keywords for more qualified traffic and sales. And here's some examples of that. As you can see, the top rankings leading to more traffic, and of course leading to more sales and revenue increase. And like I mentioned earlier, since SEO can be a very complex subject and there's a lot of different situations and it can be hard to manage it all effectively, plus I was in the SEO community and I saw other SEO providers struggling with the same problems, and having already solved a lot of those problems and created a predictable system to get all different types of businesses into the top spots in Google consistently, led me to actually teaching those same SEO systems and training to other SEO providers in a high-end training education business called Operator Pro. And some of the top SEOs in the country have gone through this training and have got significant results for their own business and their own clients, and highly recommend this training. And I'll leave a link to these slides below because I know I'm going pretty fast here. But altogether, I can help you get to the top spots from 3 perspectives. 1, I've been in your shoes, not knowing as much about SEO and looking for someone to help me execute the SEO plan and do all the SEO work for me. To number 2, being on the other side of building and scaling a successful SEO agency and working with all different types of clients and different businesses and different situations. And 3, then teaching those same systems to other SEO providers and them having success as well. All of those adding up, being able to help you get into the top spots for more traffic, leads, and sales by using this system that we use called the ROI ranking system. This is the overall system of how we get so many top spot rankings and how we work together with the business owner, aka the client, to make it all happen correctly, quickly, affordably, and most importantly, profitably. I'll explain exactly what you need to know about it and how it works. There's 3 steps to this system, so let's get into it now. The first one we can call discovering the SEO secrets. This is the step where we first introduce ourselves in business, and we first reveal the proven methods about being in the top spots in Google and how it's all done, and explain some things that a potential business owner working with us may want to know about us. For example, like I mentioned, we explain who we are, triple your traffic, like I did in the very beginning of this video. We also explain our strategy, which is giving Google exactly what they want for the content in the top spots. And we call this our Google ranking formula, which involves 3 main steps. The first step is knowing the keywords we want to rank. Google wants you to know your keywords to make the most relevant content. And this process is known as keyword research, which includes finding the best high converting and high volume keywords that produce at least a 10 times return on investment to what it costs to rank. And these selected keywords will also be used in step 2 and 3 of this formula. Then, like I mentioned, Google wants to rank the most relevant content in the top spots. And this step is called on-page optimization, which is making sure the content for each keyword group is in place and the content is optimized correctly to ensure Google knows the content is very relevant to those selected keywords to rank, along with the entire site being optimized correctly and making sure the site does not have any errors that could prevent the top rankings and positions. And then Google not only wants to rank the most relevant content, but they also want to rank the best and most popular content as well. This process is known as off-page promotion, which the main thing here are high quality links that let Google know the content is popular. You can think of the metaphor, links are like votes. The more votes you get, you win an election. But in this case, you win the top spots. But nowadays, Google only counts high quality, authoritative, and very trustworthy links or votes. So they don't count all votes, which we'll get into more in just a moment. First, what you need to know is that there's 4 different types of links we use: Web 2.0s, citations, social signals, and authority links that we link to the target content we want to rank, both the business site and their correlating YouTube video. Again, we create this if the business doesn't have one. That way we can get more than one position for the same keywords for even more traffic, more leads, and more sales. Now, while these 4 link types work together to help increase the rankings, the true authority links are the biggest ranking factor of these 4. Authoritative links are essentially links from other powerful websites linking to them, which then link to the target content that we want to rank. Now, this is where the big secret is that I mentioned earlier that I discovered that is a critical component to getting to the top spots consistently is, which is there's 2 paths to get authority links. The first path that most people try to take is called guest post or outreach, which is essentially finding the top relevant authority sites and then emailing them and asking them to link to your site, saying something along the lines of, I have the best content for your users. Will you put a link on your site to mine? Except that's what everyone's doing. Everyone says they have the very best content for their users, and the success rate of this path is extremely low. I mean, think about it. You have to get past a lot of obstacles, such as, does the email even get past their spam filter? And if it gets past their spam filter, do they even see it? And if they see it, do they even open it? And if they open it, do they actually read it and they're compelled to link to your site out of everyone else's? And even if they link to your site, is that page actually linked from other sources or an authority page itself? Or is it just some back-end page that they put it on that doesn't really do anything and makes the link useless? Or if they link to the site, do they leave it up? Or does it get taken down in the near future? So there's a lot of obstacles that we have to overcome with this method. And basically the control is out of our hands because we're relying on others to say yes to us and then actually follow through with it. But the good news is there's another way that works much, much better, which is the big secret, which is you can build up your own portfolio of authority sites or use someone else's portfolio of authority sites and link to any content you want consistently to get it into the top spots. Now, how that works is, for a variety of reasons, any website that has already built up links over time can stop paying their register bill, and therefore they don't own the domain anymore, and anyone can come and buy those domains and have full control over it and rebuild it, and all those incoming links that were built up over time still count in Google's eyes. And then from that rebuilt authority site, you can link to any content you want and repeat this process as many times as needed. That way Google knows it's getting those votes from all the high authority sites. Google knows that that kind of content is popular and therefore puts it in the top places in Google. So with this, the success rate is 100% because the control is 100% in our hands. We're not asking others, oh, can you do a link? We control the domains and we can link out to any content we want. This is what I do and my company does to rank content. We have over 500 and growing real, very, very powerful authority sites that we rank with our own content and rank our clients' content in the top spots in Google consistently. So getting all three of these steps of the formula right causes Google to rank the content in the top spots because it's exactly what Google wants, and we can outdo any competition that stands in the way. So that's a brief intro and overview to our strategy in terms of the formula that we use to get into the top spots. This step is also where we first introduced the topic about our SEO project pricing, because most people just want to know how much it costs, and I would too. So how it works is it depends on how many links are needed to outrank the current competition for the target keywords. In most cases, more competition means more links, and more links cost more money. Now, from a more general perspective, typically the investments are about $500 to $1,500 per month. But again, that is dependent on the current competition, and we'll actually talk more about the specific pricing later on in this very video. And as the old saying goes, it takes money to make money. Building these true high-quality authority links cost a lot of resources. But it's what works to generate the top spots and a huge ROI consistently, quickly, and long-term, so that's why we do it this way. And of course, we're always refining our system to make it as affordable as possible. Now, in this step, we also like to layer in unique, helpful, actionable tips. Tips that will help the business owner no matter what, whether they become a client or not, just because we sincerely do like to help. For example, the secret that I just revealed to you about how to get the high-powered authority links consistently can be a huge tip to help you get into the top spots in Google for your own target keywords, regardless if we work together or not. And there's still going to be a lot more need-to-know critical secrets and tips throughout this very video, such as how to make sure you stay in the loop and know what's going on 100% of the time with the SEO campaign, and much more in this video, so make sure you watch to the very end. Overall, this video is an example of this step, where you are right now. And after watching a video like this, a certain percent of qualified business owners will move to step number 2 of the system, which is the SEO Action Plan meeting. This is where we start to go deeper with potential clients by scheduling and having a meeting. And when scheduling the meeting, the business owner will give us their keywords, their website, and their average revenue per sale. That way, before the meeting, we can actually build out a custom-made plan detailing out exactly what needs to be done for that individual business owner to get into the top spots in Google. And then when we meet, we then share this plan with them, we explain the plan, and we get to know them better. And also, if they're interested, we share some more details about how we can help execute the plan for them. The best part is, this is all 100% free, and there's absolutely no obligation to work together further. So let me go into more details what all of that means and more about this step. We do this step for 3 main reasons. First, like I mentioned, to get to know the business owner better and make sure they are someone we want to work with, and to make sure they have a great product or service, and we want to fully understand the client's business and situation before we start the SEO campaign. And we also want the clients to know and comprehend the strategy we use better as well. Also, we do this step to make sure we don't have any conflicting clients in the same industry that we already ranking the same keywords for. So in other words, once the business owner becomes a client, then we don't work with any of the competitors. Their market is theirs to dominate forever. And we make sure we can at least get the business at least a 10x ROI, which we figure this out by estimating the search traffic volume for the selected keywords, the average conversion rates, etc., to calculate monthly average ROI when the keywords are in the top positions. And then, like I mentioned earlier, before we meet, we plan out exactly what is needed for that business owner to get into the top spots in Google. And then we give and explain this plan to them when we meet live, which includes things such as keyword research, Like we went over earlier, keyword research is the first critical step to getting the Google ranking formula correct. So we actually do this step for the potential client up front by finding the exact high converting keywords to rank with enough search volume to turn into a huge revenue and profit increase, all organized correctly and grouped accurately in an Excel spreadsheet that we share and give to the business owner. Then we move on to on-page optimization needs, starting with figuring out the exact number of site pages that need to be created for each keyword group, along with the number of site pages that need to be correctly optimized. And like I briefly mentioned earlier, the site needs to be analyzed for common site errors that could be preventing rankings. Also, we lay out the exact number of YouTube videos that need to be created for each keyword group and how many need to be optimized correctly as well. We get this all done the first month, so the content is in place, optimized correctly, all set to be ranked. That way, in the next month, we do not need to create, optimize, or fix any content because that will have already been done by the end of the first month. And then we can use more of the budget on links, which brings us to the off-page promotion needs. We analyze how many links it will take to get to the top spots by comparing the business owner site backlinks to the competitor site backlinks that are already ranked in the top spots. That way, we can detail out exactly how many of each of the 4 link types are needed to get the content into the top spots and how many will be created each month. Essentially, for the first month, the remaining budget is used for the links. Then in the following month, since we don't have to create the content anymore, the budget can then be more spent on more links to boost that content in the top spots in Google. We then finalize the budget that's needed to get these critical elements in place to be in the top spots by adding up all the costs to get the monthly total, and we adjust as needed to make sure it's still within an acceptable budget, but of course still gets the ROI the business owner wants. And again, we create this all before we meet, and then we share it and explain it with the business owner live when we meet. And this step is also where we share some other important need-to-know information, such as we do not use contracts because we want and have clients to keep investing because they see the measurable ROI in business growth, not because they're stuck in some contract. We have a full 30-day money-back guarantee, which means for any reason within the first 30 days, if the client is not satisfied for any reason, then he or she can send us one message and we'll refund every penny, no questions asked. Also, the type of reporting that we use and how that works, which I'll actually talk about in just a moment in the next step. And we also just give more super helpful insights and secrets on how our SEO strategy works. And of course, we answer any questions the person may have in a live setting, since SEO can be a very, very complex subject. And of course, there's no obligation whatsoever to work together any further after this SEO action plan meeting. And also, during this process is where we actually only accept 5 new clients a month. That way we can make sure that the ROI is happening and everything's happening as needed. We can keep an eye on everything just because we really do care as one business owner to another. I know how important lead generation is and growing the business. So to say it simply, we take it very, very seriously. And this brings us to the third and the final step of the ROI ranking system that only serious business owners that are serious about getting to the top spots to grow their business, and it's a right fit for both parties, can go into, which is to execute the proven SEO system. So once the business owner becomes a client and is accepted into our SEO program, this is the step where we actually onboard the new client into the system and start executing the plan right away. In other terms, this is the fulfillment where we make it all happen. The top spots generating more leads and sales consistently each month a reality. Now, let me go over quickly the simple and exciting details on more of how this final step works. The first thing we do is onboarding, which is setting everything up correctly and getting the tracking in place to make sure we can measure the success of the SEO campaign accurately, such as the rank reporting software for tracking keyword position improvements in Google, also Google Analytics to see the increased traffic, and most importantly, we make sure we have a way to track leads and or sales, which the method for tracking these can vary from business to business. And other outcomes are achieved during this part, such as getting the access to the client's site, finalizing the target keywords, etc. Now, the second step is then doing the on-page optimization needs. Is the content, both the site page and the YouTube video for the correlating keyword groups, in place? If not, we create it. Is the content optimized correctly? 19 out of 20 times it's not. If not, we optimize it. And are there site errors preventing the top rankings that need to be taken care of? If so, we take care of those as well. Then we move on to the off-page promotion needs. We start building out the 4 link types that we use, all linking to the client's site and the YouTube video, all in a supernatural way where we typically start seeing increased leads and sales within just 2 to 3 months. And of course, feedback reporting systems, because without accurate and simple reporting, it's like flying a plane blind. It's not going to work well. We need to make sure it's all happening as planned and staying on course to reaching the top spots no matter what. And of course, we'll be communicating as needed to get the new content approved as needed, etc. And very importantly, we also have some feedback and reporting set up within the system from the start, which we categorize into 2 main types of reporting. The first one is called key metrics. You see, most SEO providers, even if they do any reporting, will send a report pages long with all this sorts of confusing and hard to read metrics. That's why we report on the top 3 simple to read and understand metrics, which are the positions in Google, and then the increased traffic, and then that traffic generating more leads and sales, which again, we call our key metrics reporting. And the thing is, most SEO providers, again, even if they do any reporting, most likely send them once every month. But we know that is way too long to get updated about the progress of the campaign. That's why we set up the system for everyone, including the client, to see these 3 key metrics live, where the updates of these metrics can be seen real time. That way, the client always knows what's going on whenever they want. For example, we give access to a daily rank reporting software to see the current positions in Google for the target keywords. And we still do have the monthly snapshots in place to zoom out and see the progress over time of these key metrics and all the hard work paying off. But reporting just on the end key metrics is not enough. Those are what we can call lag metrics. We also need to be in the loop of what's going on with the leading metrics that will affect the lag metrics. Really, it's one of the biggest frustrations that clients will share with us about other SEO companies, which is they don't really inform or update the client well enough. And then the client feels like he or she is just out of the loop, left in the dark, and really just has no idea if progress is being made or not. So, for both those reasons is why we report on the tangible things done each month that we simply call work done, such as content created, site fixes, links made, etc. And we use the same 2 time frames that I mentioned earlier. So we accomplish live work done updates by giving our clients access to an organized Google spreadsheet where we update the things such as all the content made, types of links made, the dates when they were made, by who, etc. That way, the client does not have to wait to the end of the month to know if we delivered on what we promised and what needs to be done. The client can literally check wherever and whenever is convenient for them. And also, we do the monthly snapshots of the core summary of all the big things we accomplished each month, broken down into simple terms anyone can understand, along with the correlating links to see the actual work done in greater detail. Overall, we are operating with 100% transparency here. We aren't doing anything that Google doesn't want or the clients don't want. We are delivering high quality work that we are really proud of and want everyone to see. But most importantly, the work leading to the top spots in Google for ultimate business growth. So that's a quick overview about step number 3 for now. So to recap the system, step 1, discovering the SEO secrets, learning about us and our SEO strategies. Step 2, SEO action plan meeting, going deeper, detailing out a custom-made plan, including the exact budget. And step 3, executing the proven system. In other words, learning about the proven plan, creating the proven plan, and using the proven plan. Zooming out, doing this leads to more top spots, more qualified traffic, and more leads and sales and profit. And now you know more details, why it works, how it's done this way, etc. And if you're interested in getting to the top spots for more qualified traffic, leads, and sales consistently every month, and us helping you make that a reality, then it's time to move on to step number 2. you already did step number 1. You learned about us, the strategy, the big secret, the entire formula, all the critical elements that need to be in place to get to the top spots. It's not if you rank, it's when you rank. It's just like a recipe. You do things one way, you get one result. You do things a different way, you get a different result. And in this case, the result is the top spots in Google for more qualified traffic, more leads, and more sales. Again, it's not if you rank, it's when you rank. So, if you're ready to go on to step number 2 to get the free keyword research and the custom-made action plan detailing out exactly what you need to do to get in the top spots in Google down to the exact number of links, and if you're possibly interested in us helping you execute the plan for you for just a tiny fraction of the increase in revenue you get from being in the top spots consistently, then it's time to schedule the free SEO action plan meeting. Like Morpheus says in The Matrix, I can only show you the door, you must open it. And as the research shows, the longer you delay, the less likely you are to take action. So you can schedule at tytseo.com/plan. And you can get to this page by either clicking the annotation that should appear now. If you're on your desktop, if you're on mobile, then it won't show up. Or you can get to this page by clicking the link in the description, or by simply typing in tytseo.com/plan into your browser. And it only takes 30 seconds to fill out the needed information to get started with the keyword research and custom plan. On this page, you just need to fill in your name so we know who you are, your email so we know how to contact you, your phone just in case the email isn't working, this is optional, your website so we know what to analyze, the keywords so we have some sort of base to start from with the keyword research, this is optional if you know them, and your average revenue of a sale. That way we can calculate and estimate what the increase in revenue would be by being in the top spots to make sure we can get you a huge ROI. Then just hit that big button right below. Then you can either choose a time to meet right away, or we'll email you shortly with a time to set up that's convenient for you, and you'll be on your way to more rankings, more traffic, more leads and sales, and ultimate business growth in no time flat, and avoid the hard, time-consuming, and expensive disasters if not done correctly. And I'll wrap with these final words. You can use the same ROI ranking system to grow your own business, applying the same SEO fundamentals. On-page optimization, off-page promotion, including authority links, all in a supernatural way to get to the top spots in Google for your target keywords. And remember, you can get all the hard SEO work done for you and make this a reality by using the right people and the right systems. So whatever person, whatever SEO company you're interested in or researching, you want to make sure that they have all the critical elements in place that I mentioned in this very video, such as a proven, consistent approach, fast, accurate feedback, etc., that we've ourselves spent a long time developing and putting in place to ensure the success of the SEO campaign, producing at least a 10 times ROI quickly and long term. And again, if you're interested in us helping you create and execute the SEO plan, then just go to tytseo.com/plan and schedule and fill in that information. That way we can help start executing the plan right away for more traffic, leads, and sales, and ultimate business growth. This is Mike Pyatt. I hope you got tons and tons of value from this video, and I hope to talk to you again very soon. Take care. Bye.